What is up guys, it's your boy Solheim here, back with another Classic WoW video for Season of Discovery. Now today I want to share with you guys a Phase 3 gold farm that I've been doing quite a bit recently. It might not be the best gold farm out there, but it also has basically no competition, and I'm able to make about 100 gold per hour at this place, which once again might not be the best amount, but it's a really chill gold farm, and it's something that I'm just doing while playing my hunter anyways, and having a good time. So before I show you the farm, I want to say a massive thank you to anyone who's picked up my Classic WoW gold making guide that has gotten updated for Season of Discovery. If you haven't checked it out, the link will be down below. Once again, it's a 157 pages long document for gold making in Classic WoW, covering both auction house strategies, the best farms to do, crafts to do for profit in Season of Discovery, and a bunch more stuff. Even has investments, for example, and we also have, you get access to a gold making community where I give you guys early access to gold making videos, and I keep sharing posts in that gold making community as well. Basically, another way to just keep making gold and keep sharing tips and tricks in that one gold making community. Plus you get early access to gold making videos, so for example Phase 4 investments, you will get those before they go out. Gold farms in Phase 3, you will get those videos early as well. And if you want to have more than that, I'm also sharing one video per month exclusively on Patreon. If you haven't checked out my Patreon yet, feel free to do so. The link will be down below in the video description or the pinned comment. So following me on Patreon and becoming a member on Patreon gives you one video per month that will never be public anywhere else than Patreon. I'm also sharing my TSM strings on Patreon, for example, so if you want to just import those strings and do what I'm doing with TSM, then those are publicly available on Patreon if you want to check them out. Either way, with that being said, let's take a look at the farm for today. This one is once again a really chill farm, and pretty much any class can do this farm, and that's what I really enjoy. You don't have to be an AoE class, even though being an AoE class does help, and I have a video from a couple of days ago that has a trick that you can use to pull these mobs more effectively if you're either a AoE class, dotting class aka damage over time, or just a kiting class. So if you're playing a boomkin, for example, that video will help you out. If you're playing a shadow priest, it will help you out. Warlock, mage, anyone with ranged attacks and damage over times, you can use that video and that trick to do this farm even more effectively. Now let's go over and show you guys the farm. First of all, the farm takes place in Fellwood, and if I go over here I can show you the exact location. So you go to Fellwood, you go northeast of the Iron Tree Woods at this cave. So northeast of the Iron Tree Woods at this cave. You can also farm down at the Iron Tree Woods as well, but I prefer doing the cave farm, plus do you have a quest here. So if you do it with the quest, you can actually multitask and get some gold by doing the quest as well. Now the farm itself is this one right here. Let me just pop this up on the screen. So here we go. This is me farming Warpwood Shredders, and you will find mobs between level 52 and level 55, both outside the cave and inside the cave. Now me, I play on a PvP server, and I'm playing on Living Flame, the most popular server in the world, so when it comes to me and finding gold farms, I try to find a little bit low-key farms, because farming Fellcloth, for example, on my server has to be done at certain hours of the day, or you have to layer swap all the time to find a really empty layer, because the more popular a farm is, the more impossible it is to do for me. There's horde ganking all over the place, but even now we have a horde farming on the same place as me, but we basically just made an agreement somehow that we just farm together at the same time and just leave each other alone. So this place, the mobs are spawning fairly fast. At the moment we have me farming on the outside, we have a priest farming on the outside, and we have a 5-man group farming inside the cave. Even with 7 people farming here, we still basically never run out of mobs. Every now and then there is a 1-minute downtime, which to me isn't really a problem anyway, because I use that downtime to both get my mana back, health back, heal my pet, do other things. But for me the downtime isn't really a big problem, but for the most part we don't really have a lot of downtime. Now, being a class with a pet here definitely helps. The mobs are a little bit high level, but once again, I see a priest. There's a troll priest solo farming these mobs, and he's doing so at the same efficiency that I'm doing. So he's able to kill them just as fast as I am. He might take a little bit more damage while doing so, but it doesn't really matter too much. Plus, with the amount of hit we have right now, being a caster here doesn't really matter either. Even though, in the past, if you're a caster and casting on mobs that are 4 to 5 levels higher than you, they receive resist pretty much everything. At the moment, that's not really that big of a problem, and they don't resist that much because we have so much hit and we have so much gear. We're basically, at the moment, level 50 with level 60 gear. Like, that's the amount of gear we're currently having in Season of Discovery, so the better gear you have, the better this farm will be for you as well. Now, me on my hunter, I'm a fresh dinged level 50. The only level 50 gear I have, and I do mean the only, is by farming the Emerald Wardens, aka the Incursions, and getting that set. So it took me to Honored, which gave me the full 6 set bonus. That is the only gear I have. Other than that, I've done Nomer once in phase 2, and I'm running around in BFD gear. So it's BFD gear, questing gear, 1 or 2 pieces of Nomer loot, a couple of like dungeon items as well, and the Emerald Wardens set from farming to Honored. I am nowhere near full prebase, I'm not even close, so doing this farm once again is absolutely ridiculously easy for pretty much anyone. There's no class requirement, no gear requirements, no nothing. Obviously being the right class and having the right gear, the more gear you have, the better it gets, and being a good class also makes it better, but there is no real requirements here. Now with that being said, you now know what we're farming, like where we're farming, what we're killing, and stuff like that. Let's talk about the loot table and why you actually want to farm here. So for this one, we can go over to Wowhead, take a look at what they're dropping, and as you can see, they're dropping dream foils, which on my server, they are 60 silver per dream foil. They can drop ghost mushrooms, they're 4 gold each, blindweed, 1 gold each, golden sansam, heart of the wild, they can even drop major healing potions, and superior mana potions. Superior mana potions are 2 gold each on my server. We have Winter's Bite, which is 40 silver, we have Lay of Lilies, an epic as well, and we have just all the different types of herbs, right, that they can drop. On top of that, they drop greens, they drop like waylaid supplies, they drop formulas, and they have scrolls. Scrolls of agility and strength rank 3, which are also 2 gold each on my server. We have Swift Thistle, Sungrass, and most importantly, we have Living Essence. That is technically what you're here for, and Living Essence on my server is 10 gold each at the point of recording this video and doing the farm. So you're looking for Living Essence, but while looking for Living Essence, which has a 3% drop chance by the way, it is not ridiculously bad, it's not good either, but 3%, between 3 and 5%, right? And we have Ghost Mushrooms, which also, even though it's a white item, is basically, it's 4 gold each. So Ghost Mushrooms are also really good to get when you get them. But even the superior mana potions, going for 2 gold each, they just have a really good loot table, so while you're hunting for one item, aka Living Essence, you just get so many more items that also have a really good value on the auction house right now, and they will keep being valuable throughout the entire phase. It's basically a way for anyone to get herbs, even if you don't have herbalism, so you can just farm these for herbs, for consumables, without even having herbalism, which to me is just so much fun. Either way, that's the farm. That's the video. If you enjoyed the farm / enjoyed the video, leave a like down below. Let me know how much gold per hour you are making if you try it out on your server, and let me know what server you're playing on as well in the same comment, and leave that in the comments down below. Once again, check out my gold making guide and my Patreon linked down below in the video description and the pinned comment. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again in the next video very soon.